We're going to talk about reviving the American economy through innovation and corporate entrepreneurship. But before we start that conversation, let's define what is innovation. Rob, why don't you start us with that?
Innovation is about new combinations. By new combinations, I mean specifically combinations between market needs and capabilities. A lot of people think about technology when they think about innovation, new products, new technologies. But that's quite limited. I mean, Starbucks got Americans to pay $4 for coffee and they didn't invent anything. So obviously they innovated. How did they do that? Well, it had to do with the customer experience. It had to do with the business that they built that really has changed the culture of the United States in a lot of ways. Anything that changes the way that we behave, the processes we use to serve the marketplace or serve each other, the channels we use to go to market, where and how we connect with consumers, customers, partners, et cetera. All of these things can be as a result of innovation. As a business, you're interested in innovating to create a competitive advantage in some way, to differentiate yourself from your competition. A lot of people know about differentiation of products. We can think about differentiation in terms of the business system as well, in terms of the way that the business is designed to go to market, to serve the customer, to provide an experience, to create a brand that has lots of applications in innovative ways. So it really spans the gamut of what it is that businesses do.
Oftentimes people think of innovation as of technology. You implement technology, I've implemented something new, and you really haven't. You've extended the life of a product, you have some new technology and so forth. Oftentimes in industry, technology is seen as an enabler. If you have a new business model, at some point you're going to need the underlying infrastructure to do that, to put that in. Many times there's somewhat of a gap actually between the vision they have for the innovation, the actual implementation of that. But there are also some synergies and some overlap in those things. But typically it's been driven by technology, but project management is much more than technology. Bringing any new idea to market is essentially a project.
Well, Rob, in your research, you've come up with many different dimensions of that. And actually your book that is just coming out, Grow From Within, talks about mastering entrepreneurship, corporate entrepreneurship actually, and innovation in the workplace. What was the impetus to some of the research that fed the book, and where did that come from?
Great. So at the Kellogg School, I have a program called the Kellogg Innovation Network. It's a group of innovation executives at big companies. We meet 3 times a year to talk about our problems. So a couple of my members call it an innovation support group. This innovation stuff, as you know, Ken, from your experience, is tough. And you get beat up a lot. You got to have fortitude. So we get together to talk about the challenges of being an innovation leader within an established company or organization. We have government people involved too. It's not just business. We have government, nonprofit, people from academia. And so back when I was starting this in 2003, many of the executives kept saying, we need to figure out how to build new businesses at our companies. You know, we're getting pretty good at coming up with a new product that fits into existing lines of business and sending them through our channels and getting them to market. We kind of know how to do that. But what do we do when there's a new business opportunity that we should clearly be in, that has a great future for our business, but for some reason it's not happening? It's not coming as a natural act out of our core business organization. So what do we do? And as a result of hearing this question, how do we build new businesses over and over again, my colleague Mike Lippitz and I decided to spend some time researching this issue. And that resulted ultimately in the book. And so this is one of the things I'm quite proud of. This book and this research came directly out of demand from our key constituents who are innovation leaders at companies.
And who are some of these companies that you work with?
Cisco, Kraft, IBM, DuPont, Herman Miller, probably the world's most creative office furniture company.
The world's most comfortable office chair?
Exactly, and perhaps the most expensive too.
Sure.
Absolutely.
But so what I'm illustrating is it's not just technology companies. It's companies across all industries. We have financial services companies involved in this program. So innovation is meaningful across industry sectors.